Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days and 5 minutes as we take you through what's going to be a rather hot week when the hot air gets in here. We got the humidity, obviously, and we are also seeing some heavy downpours in some places at the midday hour, mainly over Long Island, and now moving up through southern New England and parts of upstate New York. What we have here is a warm front that is moving on through. Then there's we'll call it a cold front. It's in quotes here because the air behind it is actually hot. Okay? It's not all humid air, at least from the standpoint of how we analyze these things. There's actually a little bit of drier air in terms of humidity right up in parts of the Northwest around the Great Lakes. Now, that is going to get in here for tomorrow. It's going to lower the dew points slightly. It's not going to really make too much of a difference because temperatures are going to be able to respond in the other direction by climbing higher. The other thing is that for this afternoon, you'll notice that when you look down, say, over New Jersey at the midday hour and down into Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia, it's breaking out into some sunshine, and that's going to create some daytime heating and instability. And then ahead of that front, we have the potential for showers and thunderstorms. Now, at midday, the heavier downpours, as we said, over eastern Long Island, you can see there's a cluster of severe thunderstorm mornings at 12 noon today over central and eastern Suffolk County. There's been quite a bit of rain, and some other areas to the west have gotten into this with regards to some heavier downpours and some localized flooding as well. Also through parts of western Connecticut, seeing some heavy downpours, and in eastern areas of the Hudson Valley. All of that moving up to the northeast. Also, we have some downpours in upstate New York, north of I-90. In New York State and headed through Vermont and New Hampshire. Much welcomed rain, by the way, in this area because of the drought. We'll wait to see what happens with this energy that's in western PA as it moves eastward. There are some stray cells that are developing out ahead of it in eastern PA and western New Jersey, but there'll probably be more numerous showers and thunderstorms that will develop late today into tonight. It's always with these things when we've got the risk of severe weather. Some of you might see stronger thunderstorms, some of you might not, and some of you may not see any thunderstorms at all. It'll just be a matter of watching to see how they develop on the radar. You know the risk is there. Just keep an eye on the sky and pay attention to the radar. If you don't wind up seeing severe weather, that's a good thing. Also, should point out, too, that is coming with some tornado risk also. We've got a 2% tornado risk being indicated and even a 5% tornado risk in parts of upstate New York and into western Massachusetts, southwestern New Hampshire, and Vermont. That's something you don't see too often around here with the regards to the risk thresholds. Usually you do see 2%. Occasionally you do see 5%, but not that often. And this will be the last day for at least our area with regards to severe weather for the next couple of days. A severe weather threat will shift to the west, back to the western lakes on Tuesday. Wednesday, it moves eastward into western New York and western Pennsylvania, down on the west side of the Appalachians to West Virginia and Kentucky. Now on Thursday, that weather front, similar to what we have today, will be approaching, and that could mean some showers and storms and maybe the potential for severe weather when that goes by. Rainfall, again, this is very hard to figure because of the fact that it's so convective in nature. Some areas could wind up with a quick couple of inches of rain, other areas far less. This is how WPC averages it out. Anywhere from a half an inch to as much as 2-inch plus rainfalls for upstate New York and northern New England. We've got lesser amounts as you head down to the coastal areas. In general, that will probably be true because there's less of a chance for these storms to get hung up. But again, maybe those drier areas that really need the rainfall could get lucky and see something a bit more substantial. So this afternoon, it'll be all about watching the development of showers and thunderstorms. As always with these things, with the short-range models, we can look all of the different short-range models. They all sort of come up with different solutions. This is the NAMS idea of a line of storms developing late today into tonight. It does seem to overdo it just a little bit. at midday, but it could be right for later on. Again, the risk is there. It may happen in some areas and not in others. Then for tomorrow, it's a west wind and sunshine. We should take temperatures up into the upper 80s and low 90s. I think Wednesday will be the hottest day of this week with most highs in the low to mid 90s. Only a small chance that there could be an isolated shower or thunderstorm Tuesday and again on Wednesday. And we do mean isolated. Thursday brings the next cold front. Ahead of that, it'll be a 90 to 95. The front will come through. The models not really all that bullish with thunderstorm development at the moment, but there is enough there to suggest that maybe there'll be more of a line than what some of these models are indicating, and I think I'm going to go in that direction with the idea of some showers and storms late Thursday. You can see the GFS actually is much more bullish with the development of storms, especially in areas down to the south. Then the hot weather will hang on, but the humidity might take a break slightly Friday into Saturday, and then we have another secondary front that comes through over the weekend, and that might bring a bigger humidity break later in the weekend and into the first part of next week. So that kind of squares it out with regards to how things are going to be going forward over the next 7 days. So keep your eyes on the radar this afternoon into this evening. The Joe and Joe Weather Show will be on live tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time to cover whatever is going on and take you through the rest of the week and the long range. That's tonight at 7:30 Eastern.